These bandanas make it hurt. Statute, it talks about manufacture, but it talks about manufacture in a certain context. Any statute has to be read together, and we in this case have to also read it in context with the Honorable Union Minister of Health's tweet and tweeted clarification, and later on even parliamentary clarification, where he has said that personal use is not being banned, which means that the intent of the statute on even manufacturing element was entirely commercial and bulk related. In that case, it would be wise to say that maybe a DIY does not amount to manufacturing with the meaning of the statute. Is it legal or illegal? I answer that question. A DIY, a do-it-yourself kit for an individual user should not, in my opinion, in qualifications provided by the legislators, amount to manufacturing under the statute, which means that it should not be a banned activity under the statute. If we read the statute in context and along with the clarifications provided by the government. If we take out the clarifications provided by the government, even in that case, we can say that the flavor of the statute, the design of the statute, is on commercial issues. It nowhere refers to the word use, except the nicotine part, which has its own separate issues in law.
Health Minister took a long time to explain to the Parliament why consumption is not banned. What is the weight of that when it comes to legality?
It has a significant amount of weight for two reasons. One is because, in my opinion, the statute does have certain elements of ambiguity. Typically, legislative intent is one of the last places we go to when we are trying to interpret a statute. It is not necessarily the most important tool. However, when there is a lack of clarity in the text of the statute, which is there in this case, then the legislative intent becomes important. I was initially a little worried about the tendency of modern governments, and I'm not specifically saying just the Indian government, of tweeting clarifications, because I'm still not sure how that works in law. But the parliamentary statement does certainly have serious standing, and it will make a huge difference. Anything that has to be banned has to be expressly banned. So the very fact that the word consumption is not in the statute means that it is not expressly banned. Remember, in our country, everything is allowed unless it is banned. We are not living in China. It's not the other way around. You don't get concessions to do something. We have all our rights, and then the government has powers to restrict some rights for certain occasions. So in this case, because the word consumption has not been brought in the statute, and it could very well have been, read with also the other clarifications, I think it's very clear that consumption is not banned. The reason why the government may have done that is to basically skirt around the issues of personal liberty. That is the primary reason the government would have done that. So manufacturing or the right to trade is under Article 19 of the Constitution, which is where your freedom of speech and all of these are. And as we all know, that government does have power to curb freedom of expression. We have banned books, we have banned movies, all of this. Similarly, the right of trade also comes under Article 19, and it is therefore subject to reasonable restrictions, health, morality, security, etc. Whereas the right to personal liberty comes under Article 21 of the Constitution, one of the core fundamental rights, which cannot now, after several judgments post the emergency experience, cannot even be abrogated during the course of another emergency. As in the next time, God forbid, if there is an emergency in this country, 21 will stand. 21 cannot be pulled away. Which is why it is easier for the government to go and push this as a manufacturing and commercial trading ban than to make this about a usage ban. Because a usage ban could then be argued as a violation of your personal liberty. And there are certain judgments of the court which may have led to this understanding. This would be my sense as to why the government very carefully kept the word consumption out of it, then rushed to clarify that consumption is not banned. If you ask me, from a challenge of the statute point of view, this was bad. The clarification or the absence of the word consumption was bad, because that would have made the statute far easily challengeable. And I think it's been accepted by Supreme Court on multiple occasions in recent past that even whether it is proven beyond doubt or proven up to a government standard to be less harmful or not, the point is that the right to choice, so long as it is not more harmful, has to be respected. And that is something that needs to be brought up again and again.